What credit score is needed to secure a VA loan? Let's get after it. Hey, VA Nation, Jeff Newton here with National VA Loans, powered by Stride Bank. And the question we get quite often is what credit score is needed to secure a VA loan? And it's a really good question because there's a lot of different information out there, and rightly so, because there's a lot of different lenders and a lot of different ways that loans can be done. So let's examine the very first part of it, which is the credit score and what the VA requires. So the VA doesn't have a required credit score. In fact, they have no guideline when it comes to credit score to secure a VA loan, which I think is probably a good idea for the VA to kind of step back from that aspect of it. So they do in that sense. Now, each individual investor, and there's tons of them out there that do loans, and they all have different credit score requirements. Some of even your larger investors are at 620 or a 660 credit score, middle credit score. Uh, However, at National VA Loans and Stride Bank, we can go down to a 580 credit score and still do 100% financing, which is really amazing. So that you can have just a little bit of a subpar credit score and still obtain 100% financing. Now, let's kind of get into the credit score a little bit and how it works. So we all know there's three different bureaus, or I think we all know there's three different bureaus. There's the TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And those are the bureaus that we look at on the mortgage side of things to qualify a borrower. Now, we take those three scores, we don't add them up and average them, we don't do anything like that, but we do use the middle of the three. So if your TransUnion score is a 660, your Equifax score is a 580, and your Experian score is a 620, then we're going to use the 620 to be your qualifying score for the home loan. Now, let's take this a step back. Let's say your TransUnion score is a 570, your Equifax score is a 580, and your Experian score is a 581, well, we're going to use the 580. So then you're going to still qualify for the VA home loan and for 100% financing. Now, what I don't want anyone to do is get discouraged by credit scores. I know sometimes it can be hard to figure out, okay, well, what is my credit score? I see this score, or my credit card sends me that my score has been updated and it's now this, things like that. Sometimes I can get confusing, and completely understand it's confusing for me as well. And I deal with this on a daily basis. But what I want you to think about is, if you think your score is a little bit low, have you maybe been late on a credit card payment or a car loan payment or something along those lines? Is it something that maybe your balances are really high on your credit cards compared to your credit limit? Those are things that we can actually work through and fix. So we have seen it many times where a veteran client comes to us and they have maybe just a little bit of a low credit score or a little bit lower than what they deserve. They pay all their bills on time, but their credit availability is limited. So to kind of understand that, or to dissect that a little bit, let's say you have a credit card through, I don't care, ABC credit card company, and it's has a limit of $5,000 and you owe $4,999. So you are almost completely maxed out on that credit card. Well, that is one place that you could drop your score just because of your credit usage and your credit availability. Now, the one quick way to increase that score is to pay that balance down below 30%. Now, look, I know that in a scenario like that, you're talking $3,000-4,000 to get that balance down. So it's no easy feat sometimes. But in a lot of cases, there's ways to maneuver through that. Again, like I said, if you've been paying your credit card on time and you've always maintained a good, maybe you even pay a half of it off every month, and then you use it, and then you pay it off and you use it. Maybe it's time to ask and inquire with your credit card company to increase your credit limit. That can also increase your credit usage and credit availability. So that $5,000 credit card that you have $4,999 on, if they increase that limit to $7,000, well, now you can see where your balance or your available credit is become more open. So that's going to increase your credit score also. There's multiple different ways to do this, and one of the best ways, if you have questions about this, is to give us a call at 855-956-4040. That's 855-956-4040. Of course, there's other videos that you can check out here at youtube.com/National VA Loans. That's where you're going to want to click subscribe. Make sure you can stay current with all the up-to-date information on anything regarding VA and the VA home loan. All right. But there are other videos that we've done on credit. We kind of get a little bit more in depth on those to where you can kind of understand a little bit better of maybe what's going on the credit world. So again, it's 855-956-4040. And if you're like me and you just like to get done, then check us out at nationalapplynow.com. Fill out the simple, secure, fast, easy application, mobile or on your tablet or on your laptop or on your desktop. It's really easy, guys. You can download it. You can fill it all out. One of our VA specialists will give you a call, go through all the information, and take a look at all your options. And of course, make sure to ask them if you want to take a look at your credit. Even if when we're running credit, even if you want to just take a look and dissect it and to see where you could improve, that's a part of what we do as well. And we're happy to do it. Again, it's 855-956-4040, 855-956-4040. Until next time, folks, thank you for everything you've done for us, for our country. Thank you for your service. Take care of yourselves and God bless.